guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to summer. My name is Peter Walters. I chair the organising group, and I'm delighted to welcome you here today to Priory Place and to the launch of the Coventry Walk of Fame. This is a work in progress. We intend to build it in future years into a line of bronze plaques that stretches right across this square, to be a place where people will come to see the extraordinary talents that this city has nurtured. But in this first year, I believe that the public vote has given us a fantastic start. 3,000 votes selecting 10 people who are each eminently worthy of a place on the Walk of Fame. And before we go on, I want just to list them for you. Frank Whittle, jet pioneer, the man who literally changed the world we live in. Sir William Lyons and James Starley, great industrial pioneers in the industries that made Coventry's reputation around the world. Sir Henry Parkes, the man who created modern Australia, and the much missed Mo Molan, who was a key player in bringing peace to Northern Ireland. The Specials, whose music is so much more than just a British version of ska. And Pete Waterman, one of the greats of the music industry. From sport, world record holder Dave Moorcroft, a man hugely respected in world sport, and Jimmy Hill, one of the huge figures of football. And last but not least, Lady Godiva, a legend, an icon, but also the real woman was a real benefactor to this city, and she may well be regarded as the founder of Coventry. A great list to begin with, I think you'll agree. Sadly, Jimmy Hill is not well enough to be here today, but I know he's very proud to be included on this Walk of Fame. A bit later, we're going to hear from one or two recipients of the honour and with some presentations to make. But first, can I ask the leader of Coventry City Council, Councillor Ken Taylor, to say a few words of welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to you all, and good afternoon as it is now. It's great to see you all here, especially to those who are being inducted and also to the nominees as well. It's a great day. We have people here, I understand, from Australia, so that's a really, you can't come much further than that, can you, to an event. So we're delighted to see you here. Coventry is a changing city, as you can see. This is part of the change. All around you we are changing, and you can see cranes around the place. It's a bit of a crane city at the moment. A regeneration is going on at a rapid rate of knots. And we've had a lot of challenges over the years, and the idea of this Walk of Fame has come forward, and we think this is one of these original ideas which we can develop and move on, and it's been a very good idea, and I congratulate those who've been involved in it. Indeed, there are 10 people from across all sorts of professions and athletics, from right across the board, as you've just heard from Pete. I'm very delighted on behalf of the City Council to welcome all those people and thank those people for being involved in this, and all those who put this together over the last few months and years. Thanks again. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to hang on, I understand, to do a bit of presentations later on, but welcome. Enjoy the afternoon.
Thank you, Ken. Quite a number of people have been working for nearly a year now to make today happen. And I'm very grateful to Ted McAvoy from Leander Architectural, who've made the plaques, and to colleagues on the Walk of Fame steering group. But first, there has to be an idea. And the idea for this came from Pete Chambers, Coventry's own music historian, who's managed to enthuse many people about this city having its own Walk of Fame. I'd like to call him to the stage now to say a few words. Pete.
Thank you, Pete. Welcome everybody to the Coventry Walk of Fame. It's great to be able to say that eventually and finally. There's one thing having an original, exciting idea. There's another thing seeing it become a reality. But I've been lucky in fact. And here we are, it's a reality. There's a few people I'd like to thank for making it so. That's John McGuigan, Pete Walters, Dave Long, Councillor Gary Ridley, everybody on the Walk of Fame steering group, everybody that voted in the project, and of course Stephen Heather Taylor and Chili Rose for the fantastic anthem. Now this is just the start, of course, but these 10 names we have here they all have two very important things in common as far as I'm concerned. One, they all touch the heart of the world and put this great city of ours on the map. And two, it doesn't matter where they're from or where they're born, as far as I'm concerned, they're Cov kids, every one of them. God bless them, thanks very much.
Thank you, Pete. Our next speaker is one of those who we are honouring today. The Coventry 10, we might call them. And as one of the most influential people in British popular music today, he's used to accolades. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Pete Waterman.
Thanks very much. I've walked down here a few times, got a bag of chips at Fishy Moors when it used to be there. The old fishing chips were better when the Fishy Moors were in there. The old one there was fantastic. I learned to play the trumpet there in the Coventry School of Music, and I won my first prize ever from the Boy Scout shop which used to be on the corner opposite Timothy White's. So I do know a bit about this city, and it's always, you know, a privilege to get any honour, but from your own city it's a bit special. And I was listening to the lyrics in the song, and you know, I was saying earlier to Annie, if you think back to 1957, when I was at Frederick Bird's, and that's the year to me that I found out about sex. I was 10. I didn't know it was sex, but I felt deeply in love with this girl called Sandra Bullock. And I wrote her this little song, which was Tripe. But I sort of started listening to rock and roll on the radio, and I thought, don't sound that hard to me, this. I just need a break. And it was in '61 that at what was the Matrix Ballroom, when I met four guys called John, Paul, George and Ringo, that I realised that four kids from the same working class background as myself could actually do something. And you do now and again, you know, look back and think to yourself, why me? Why was I that kid in '57 in that class at Frederick Bird's that years later switched the lights on, which I was just talking to the ex-mayor, the leader of the council, who was the mayor then. I'll never forget that night, because I didn't even bring my children up to switch on the lights, because I thought, well, no bugger's going to turn up to see me switching the bloody lights on. Well, they want to see me switching the lights on. I remember coming out onto the balcony, and there are thousands of people, and you suddenly realise that you think you are treading a lonely path. You think that only you are out there. And the truth is, no, you're not, because you're touching lots of other people's lives in all sorts of ways. And I get letters about, you know, songs I've written from people all over the world. I remember getting a letter from a guy in Canada who his gran had died, and they'd played one of my songs at the funeral. And I thought, my God, I didn't realise they were that bad. And, you know, I suddenly realised to this guy, and he said in his letter, I played it because my gran understood what I felt about your songs. And I thought, I wonder when I was at the Locarno, all those times playing all those Motown records, will I ever thought that I would go on to people all over the world buying my record. And 2 weeks ago, to find out that 57 million people had downloaded Together Forever by Rick Astley is mind-blowing. So you see, it all goes to show that anything can happen to a Coventry kid. Because you've always got to remember, it's 3 spires, bicycle tyres, but bloody great liars.